remember the amount of, everybody had a solution for advertising and still does. Everybody has a new way of lead generation. And I'm not saying they don't work, but what you want to do is look at things that are directional with your vision. You want to make sure that you're using things that are sustainable and you're not having to reinvent the wheel every time, because every time you reinvent the wheel, you're skipping some steps on that flywheel. Remember the good to great, the flywheel, turning that flywheel every day. You come in and turn it a bit. Well, if you're constantly changing, you're going to impact that. You're losing some of your momentum. Another one I like to use is probability and severity. So, and this can go two ways. You have situations where people are so caught up in the fact that there might be this problem that occurs, this risk, there's a risk out there. Well, yeah, we always have risks, but one way to look at risk is what's the probability that this risk will occur? And if the risk does occur, what's the likelihood that it's severe enough to be an impact? Some stuff is just normal cost of doing business, right? But if it's a high severity existential kind of event, and that's going to be out here, but the probability is very low, that takes a different kind of mitigation than if it's up here, high severity and high probability. Even something that's in here could be something that you're paying attention to because it could be an impact. And then you're able to look at it on a relative basis. Another one I like to use, succession planning. You have to decide who's going to be promoted next. Too often it makes sense, it's easy, and managers and leaders tend to look for the expedient thing, right? Everybody wants to, go home and get a good night's sleep, right, and move on. And so, and also there's a sort of a pattern for managers to be efficient, and that efficiency leads to expediency. So I like to say effective first, then efficient.